This video is sponsored by Squarespace. I just went to Momocon, where I debuted 3 new cosplays, did 2 panels, and had my second booth ever. This year's con had a lot of changes, and with it being my first time being a guest at Momocon, I had a very different experience. So, Momocon is held at the Georgia World Congress Center, or the GWCC, a massive, confusing building with 3 connected halls. This year, it was a very strange layout of mostly Hall B, with a couple parts of C. The hotels for Momocon are the Omni, which connects to the GWCC, but it's closest to Hall A, so it's a little bit of a walk now. And the brand new Signia, which is much closer to Hall B, so it's probably the better one to stay at, but we were at the Omni, mostly because the Omni is still connected to the currently dying CNN Center, which was our first stop of the weekend, where we got to ogle all the closed restaurants and urban explore the windows of the defunct Cartoon Network store. It gets sadder. Look, you can still the murals are still painted in there. Oh, poor Steven. It's just the saddest thing. Anyway, after crying over a dead Atlanta icon, it was time to go set up the booth. While Momocon's dates usually include Thursday as a full day of the con, this year's dates were shifted back a day, so there was hardly anybody there on Thursday, but we still had an eventful time going to set up the booth because we almost got lost in the giant empty exhibit halls. It's this way, I think. Hey, do y'all know how to get into the dealer's room? It's that way? Thank you. Oh, I guess we're just trying to go to the trash. Oh yeah, see, there's the gaming stuff. Oh, somebody's moving a car. There's a whole car. We're that way. Is there a Miku car? No Miku. There's Fire Force and no Miku.
I'm sure there will be a Miku car. They just must not be here.
Wonder what they're doing with that. Are they gonna do line dancing at the Wild Bills? Eventually, we found the dealer's room, and it was wild because there were cars everywhere. Like, at this point, I've been in a couple dealer's rooms that have been being set up, but I've never seen cars, vans, and literally trucks driving around where the crowd will be the next day. But we found the booth, and we got my beautiful booth set up complete with this new banner that I designed, and I'm so proud. I got a new tablecloth, but it's like really plasticky, but I did find my old one, and then I have also this, which was Dot Minky that I did not use on Pomni. I thought about it, didn't use it. It was about to look real cheap, but we saved it. I had hoped to get to see some of the other cosplay guests when we went to set up, but nobody was really there yet, and we mostly just got to marvel at the sheer size of the dealer's room. I went square dancing, and we called it a night. Friday started by unspacebagging an essential part of my cosplay for that day. Good morning, it is Friday. My hair is in this thing still because I have actually been curling my hair for 2 days now. This is my attempt that might be in vain to have my hair be nicely curled on Saturday, because I'd like to wear my little casual Techo outfit tomorrow. But today is Pomni Day, so these curls have to go into a wig, so this is gonna come out and I'm gonna pin them. But the dealer's room doesn't open until 2 o'clock today, so this was the perfect day to take my sweet ass time to do my makeup. So I'm gonna take forever blocking my brows and painting my face white, and then before the dealer's room opens, there's actually a marching band performing outside of Reg, and I really wanna see it, so we're gonna go see that, and I'm mostly gonna be Pomni at the booth today. The wise old man is here. All right, show me your shoes, Joe. Hey!
Best in slot.
King Stannis and Patchface. The dead dance under the waves. I know, I know.
You were.
Go bring the North to your cause, Stannis. To the marching band, I know, I know. So we took our Song of Ice and Fire cosplays down to almost completely melt off my makeup by braving the very hot Georgia weather to go see the Atlanta Freedom Band. E-flags! Ooh, ooh. I'm so excited. This is also where I first got to see my friends Pins and Snip of Pin Snip Cosplay, the Pin Snips cosplay, in their incredible 16th century Lanchnet, Mario and Luigi. We got Pins and Snip getting photos taken. Joe got stopped for a photo inside. Anyway, we were hype squad for the Atlanta Freedom Band for a minute, and then I had to dip because it was real hot and I didn't want to melt off all my makeup, so we headed into the dealer's room before it opened up to everybody. It's her! She's here! She blesses us. She blesses us. Oh, the square dancing got... Oh, it wasn't for square dancing, it was for boxing and wrestling. Oh, some people still not here. Oh, that's pretty. We got panel schedule. We got these cool things that make it so you don't have to do the math. We got some cards. We got pins. We got beautiful graphic design. And we got the wise old man. And the strawberry dress. I didn't know what I wanted to bring because I didn't want to lug Miku or that ball gown, but I wanted it to be strawberry themed. And then Joe was like, that one. The doors have opened. Nobody's really coming over here yet. There's been a couple. There's a bunch of people going over there for whoever that person is. I really didn't know what to expect with this booth because the last time I had a full booth was last year at Florida SuperCon, where the cosplay booths were all the way in the back of the dealer's room, and I had a couple people come by and say hi, but it was mostly just sitting down the entire time. I had a little bit of a pop-up booth at Holiday Matsuri after Idolfest, and that did really well, but that was very different in that it was, you know, a booth that was directly outside of the doors of the event that I had just been at, so it was very easy for people to know where that was. So I didn't know if this was going to be like the Hall Mat booth or like Florida SuperCon where nobody came up and I didn't make any money. So as I was standing there trying not to look awkward alone at the booth, it started to seem like it was going to be a lot more like Florida SuperCon. But after a couple minutes, somebody came up, and as Joe blocked the camera, a line began to form behind his crown, and that line would not stop forming for hours. This was absolutely wild. The highlights for me were people that came up with their mom or dad, and somebody told me my content was classy, and that made me feel very fancy. I met several patrons, including Wolfus Cosplay, who came all the way from Austria, which is wild. Beck the Noir, my Discord mod, who came by to be a booth babe again. Thanks for helping out a little bit, Beck. And I also got to see several really amazing Digital Circus cosplays. I saw another Pomni, and I saw this amazing Kane who did the mouth and the eyes. His whole head was just upholstery foam, and then his eyes were styrofoam balls that were stuck to a balaclava on his actual face, so the eyes moved around when he moved his head. It was absolutely genius. And then there was this Kane cosplayer who I had to work together with to struggle to open his phone for him to take a picture. How many Amazing Digital Circus cosplayers does it take to open a phone? Several, apparently. And then I also just got a couple kids who just wanted a picture with Pomni, and that was really cute. But also, why are kids watching? I get it, but also, anyway. My goal for that day was to basically stay at the booth for the entire time that the dealer's room was open. But as hour 3 rolled around, having been standing on concrete floor the entire time, getting up and down to get the charms from under the table, and constantly talking, I was getting a little afraid that I was going to lose my voice. I needed my voice for tomorrow, and it was time to go. So we dipped. Somebody wants a picture of Joe. Popular man. I'm tired. My throat hurts from talking, and I don't want to take this off. But my lashes are still on, which is a feat in and of itself. Sitting on the bathroom floor, tearing off the cosplay I wore, I wonder. The booth was very good, but it was really crazy, and I am really tired now, and a lot of that is my fault because my toxic trait is that I don't ask for help. I at no point was like, hey Joe, can you be in charge of handing me the acrylic charms? Hey Beck, can you count this change for me? So I did all of it. I didn't buy that many of the acrylic charms, but we sold out of all the pink strawberry ones. Joe was convinced that nobody would want the knife bitch pin because it has a cuss word on it, but that one was definitely number 2. I think we have one left. The skull and the crossed seam rippers That one I still have a bunch of. That one did not sell very well. But I should have known that. That design was not as strong. Joe got me the pineapple pizza because he loves me, but he got different pizza. Are we gonna rent Madam Web? Do you want to rent Madam Web, Joe?
No.
It's starring Sydney Sweeney and Dakota Johnson, and definitely wasn't full of a bunch of ADR because they rewrote the whole movie. But before going to bed, I went over to the pin snip room where I got to witness the ingenuity of these Mario and Luigi cosplays. Pins, would you like to explain what you've done to your spouse?
And myself. I'm included. So this costume is held together with aglets
That he made.
that I made.
Uh-huh.
And I also sewed in all these beautiful little holes that I made.
Uh-huh.
I didn't exactly measure how big those were.
Uh-huh.
It's like, it fits, but once you get it through, you can't get it back out.
Oh.
So, I'm getting them out.
It's happened one way or another. I just want you to know right now that I thought the pantyhose was part of the cosplay. I did not realize that was Flama.
Do we like my wig transportation
That's a genius.
solution?
That's genius. That's wonderful.
Because we had to throw it back in the box because it went into one of the...
I see the ingenuity here.
Thank you.
I get it. It comes with a f***ing handle for it too. Great job, both of you. And that was Friday. It's coffee time. The curls didn't really make it through Pomni's wig, but I look cute. Here's my casual tattoo. Today is the big panel. Today is Cosplay Crafting Jeopardy, so I'm gonna go be a game show host, and I think that will be its own video, but we're taking all of this camera equipment and the prizes, and Joe is an old man again, and my sister's here to help. But we are going to go in there as soon as the other panel ends and set up all the camera equipment because I have a bunch. But woo, woo. If you haven't watched it yet, Cosplay Crafting Jeopardy did become its own video, and I'm really proud of both how that panel went and how that video turned out. Also really quick, this video I just posted was a little too wholesome for the algorithm, so if you didn't watch it, you should go do that because it's very cute, but the YouTube algorithm didn't like it, so you should go give it some love because it needs it. Anyway, there was a pretty big tragedy in that I really badly wanted close-ups of the audience answering the questions, but the mic on that camera never got turned on. So just some behind the scenes, here's what all of those clips sound like. It sucks. Something always happens to me at cons. Something always goes awry, but it ended up being fine. Only literally because without me planning on doing this, I just decided to pick up my recorder and get audio of the audience too, knowing that the 360 camera was running and that I would have audience footage that way, and doing that saved the entire video because at least I had the clips of people answering that I got. And thank Christ for the 360 camera, or I would have had nothing to work with. We went back to the room, but oh my god, it is so crowded. I did not get any footage of the crowds, but it is like wall to wall, slow, sludge-moving people. Hopefully it was very funny. I got a lot of help from Pins and Snip and Joe and Maddie. Like at the end there, it all finished up and everybody's like getting up and stuff, and you know, I've got a tripod with an extra arm on it in the middle of this crowd, and then all of this camera equipment all around, and people are coming up and trying to talk to me, and my instinct is like, I need to pack up all my stuff. Like I need my beautiful friends and my wonderful sister and my wonderful boyfriend packed up all the for me so that I could stand there and talk to people. And I got presents, tons of stickers. I got this very cute little art piece. I love the colors on it. And then this is the big, like, holy crap. Somebody made, I don't know what this is made of, if this is Sculpey or clay or ceramic, but look at this. It's me! It's me! Or I guess it's my starfish girl because her hair is like that, but I love the little dress and the giant needle. Did you see this, Maddie? Maddie, did you see this? Madeline! But good time. We're gonna have booth time soon, but I need to not be in a crowd right now. And I need to put my lashes on and I don't want to. All right, Tato is here. I really don't want to walk through that crowd, but we're going back to the booth and I'm Tato. Teto's first day out. Luckily, by the time we came back down, the crowds had really improved.
Did you see the waffle home?
I did.
This is where the crowd's bad. So we got back to the booth where a line had already formed, but the first person in line was Andy, one of my mods of the spacecraft, who I had not met in person yet. And at some point, this is the most interesting thing about this day, at some point I noticed that there was a random washer on the table, like a washer like you put on a bolt. And I was looking at it and I was like, where did that come from? My wig. It came from my wig. It turns out that the bolts holding the drill curls on one side completely spun off while I was standing there at the booth, to the point that the entire drill curl had come off of both bolts, and one curl was literally hanging on by the hot glue that I had used to put the ribbon in, and I didn't even feel it. That is the power of those Foss-shaped wig bases. The weight is so well distributed that I could not even tell. Anyway, Wolfus came back and gave me Austrian snacks, including Mozart's balls, is what she called them. They were so amazing. I have eaten several of them at this point. Thank you so much for that. The guy that came up right after her was from Australia, Austria, and then Australia, and I told him that he needed to go to Waffle House. And then one of my patrons, I Have No Mouth and I Must Yaw, brought me a box of extra toasty Cheez-Its. That is so funny. Thank you for them. I also completely sold out of the charms. I sold out of strawberry Miku prints. And by the time I left, I had 3 snow Miku prints left and like a couple bow patterns. I sold almost everything that I brought. Thank you to everybody that came to the booth. Thank you to my booth bebs for helping. This was such a contrast to the first booth that I did, and I am so thankful for everybody that came by, everybody that bought things, and everybody that just came and wanted a picture. Thank y'all. It was amazing. I was very tired though. So I left, and I actually this time decided to use the exit-only door that was at the back of the hall. You can only get out that way. They wouldn't let you back in. But as I was leaving, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just go this way. It was a longer walk that way, but it probably meant less crowds. And I opened that door and it was heaven. There was nobody back over there. Like, there were a couple people wandering around, but it was nowhere near the Saturday crowds that had been in the main hall. Anyway, on my way back, I ran into some very familiar RC cars.
I did not recognize you.
Really? Did you I think I saw you both see me at the same time. Pin's got a final shot of me and Teto, complete with that lopsided drill curl, and I went back to the room to un-Teto and get some food.
We're going back down. We're lazy now, but we're gonna go look at people and eat some food. It's been a good day, but I'm tired. I had to be a game show host today, okay?
You didn't. What's your excuse? Is it that you're over 30?
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want with this building as long as they keep the Arby's. All hail. After Arby's, we went to go hang out in the courtyard, but it was very crowded. Like, more than I've ever seen at Momocon. And I think the reason for that is it is usually packed on Saturday night, but I usually go to the costume contest on Saturday night, and that had been moved to Sunday night this year. So I got to witness the sights and smells of this Saturday courtyard. It smelled like the color green. But it was also hot, so we decided to sit in the nostalgia lobby of Hall A. It's nostalgic because this is where Momocon's main lobby used to be. There's people over here playing Limbo. Somebody's just holding a thing out to play Limbo. Doodle Bob did it.
I was trying to film the Limbo, but there's too many butts in the way, and I feel like somebody's gonna yell at me for filming butts, but I'm not. I promise I'm not trying to film butts. I'm trying to get a shot of Doodle Bob over there with the Limbo.
And eventually Pins and Snip came over too, and as they put it with the RC cars, they started to isekai people. Whoa. Whoa. I didn't even get... Can you back up and do that again? Go for it. Right for the kneecaps.
Isekai. There's a banana.
I got isekai. Oh, there's a banana. No one took my sticker. Nobody wants my sticker. Somebody take my sticker. Y'all are literally hunting for somebody to isekai. Oh, you've been isekai. Oh, that's so cute. Oh no.
The baby!
Oh. Did anybody take my sticker?
I don't think they're gonna take it.
You're gonna get isekai.
I'm so young.
Oh my god! The unknown! Can I take a picture of you? Thank you so much. Hi! Did you see the unknown? From the Wonka thing? Oh my god! Yeah, I just took a picture of him. We're trying to get Maka to take the sticker. Yes, she took it. We gotta pause here because you can see running across the screen is a literal child who picked up one of the RC cars and was running away with it. So what you're about to hear is Pins activating the parent voice. Hey, drop it! We got Maka to take the sticker.
Just like do a spin.
And with many new anime protagonists created, that was Saturday. Sunday started with coffee in Teto's boots because we were checking out that day, so at 7 a.m. I panic packed everything into my suitcases. And I got into free run. Oh, my belt. Free run with the wrong color belt because I already packed my belt up and I'm not going to dig through my suitcase to get the right color belt. And my shoes are not going to be the right color either because I didn't want to pack 2 pairs of boots. And we gotta go get the booth stuff and bring it back up here. With the booth packed up and the dealer's room just about to open, I finally actually got to walk around for a little bit and ended up buying this cute little ball cap from 5 Boos. But again, we were checking out but still had to stay because I had a panel later, so we had to go take the booth stuff back to the room, take the luggage out of the room, down to the car, get it in the car, repark the car, and then go back to the con. Anyway, when we got back to the con, I found the Coke Bear, and we ended up going to the VIP lounge for the very first time that weekend. We mostly went because I wanted a place to put my lashes on and didn't want to do it in the bathroom, and I did put my lashes on in there using my phone as a mirror because I'm a professional.
Woo! Did it.
The VIP lounge was 10 out of 10 though. Like, there were tons of free snacks. Joe stole a bunch of snacks, and they had free Diet Coke. What could be better? And then it was time for shenanigans with me and Pins as Flama and Freerin. It's my mom! Do a little spin. The Fitbit! Get those steps!
I'm filming. I'm moseying. Yep. Choo!
I know, but I need to know what you're doing so I can mimic you. I think she does it with 2 fingers. Yeah. Oh, that's a stick.
Choo! You gotta admire the flowers and be like, whoa!
How do she say?
Choo! Choo!
You walk dramatically.
And with that, I did my last panel, which I didn't film because it's kind of boring, and we headed home. Overall, I feel like I had a really great but very tiring Momocon. The best word I can use to describe it is overwhelming. Overwhelming crowds, overwhelming layout, but also an overwhelming amount of love and presence. I knew going in that this Momocon was going to be work and that it's not really the same experience as going and chilling. And so I didn't really get to do all of my favorite con this year, but I was told several times that I made somebody's con great. And that's a success. Momocon remains my favorite Atlanta convention, and I will always go no matter what. So I will probably see you next year, if you're going. Anyway, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Squarespace. You don't need to know how to make beautiful graphic design to have a beautifully designed website on Squarespace, because they've already done all the design work for you with their professionally curated layouts. And with their new guided design system, Squarespace Blueprint, you can choose from already gorgeous layouts and styling options to build your unique website. No design or coding knowledge required. Squarespace also has an unrivaled suite of visual design effects to engage your visitors. Plus, you can use your Squarespace site as an online store with seamless checkouts. You can accept credit cards, PayPal, and Apple Pay in eligible countries. And you can offer buy now and pay later options with Afterpay and ClearPay. So if you're interested, go to squarespace.com to start your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/SarahSpaceman to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And if you want to support the channel directly, you can check out my Patreon, where you'll get some exclusive content, but if you're just watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sending the video to a friend of your mom, or subscribing, please subscribe, then you're supporting the channel too. So thank you. And a big thank you to my newest big support tier patrons, Labyrinth, Rainbow Rodeos, Tiff, Space Selkie, Blood Dolly, and Floriography. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!